Hi, I'm Ellie from the Dark Imp, helping parents reclaim family time by playing board games together. Now, when you get into board gaming, you can quickly discover that board games can be expensive. One game leads to another game, and soon you've got a lovely collection going, and it's costing money. So if budget's a little bit tight, what can you do to make sure that you're still playing games, that you've still got lots of new stuff, but yet you're not breaking the bank? Here are some tips. Board game maths gives better odds than fashion maths. It's fairly common in the fashion world to talk about the cost per wear of an item. So that, even expensive clothes might only cost you a certain amount because you're going to wear them many, many times and they're going to last you a long, long time. Well, board game maths gives far better odds than most fashion maths. You're going to have fewer items in your board game collection than you do in your wardrobe, and you're going to play them more. But if you think about it this way, each time you play a board game, it's the whole family playing. The whole family is having an experience. So you might see it as an investment now to get a couple of new board games, and that's an investment into the time you're spending with your family. You're going to play them. They're going to last for years and years and years and years. I've got games in my cupboard that I had when I was a child, and we still play them, and they're still perfectly usable. You can hand these things down. It's going to give you better odds than fashion maths. You don't have to own a board game to play it. Board game cafes are great. If you haven't been yet, find your local board game cafe. You usually pay a small fee to sit at the table, and then you can play whatever they've got in the shop. And that way you can work out what games you really like, what games you enjoy as a family, and you're not gambling on buying new games that are going to cost you money before you've tried them with the family. You can also ask the staff for their recommendation. They're hugely knowledgeable. You can tell them what kinds of games you like and enjoy playing as a family, and they'll suggest other things for you to try. There are also loads of different board game clubs around the country, and they may be running slightly differently from normal at the moment, but still contact them, reach out to them, find out how they operate, find out about their library of games, and see if you can borrow a few. Don't forget about your friends. Friends and family will have different games, different houses, different households, different games. You can lend games that you own to a family that you know, and vice versa. You can try games that you don't yet own. So share your collective board game libraries and you'll have double the number of games that you can play. If you've got games you don't play anymore, sell them. Sell them online. With a quick search, you can find out how much they're worth. There are plenty of different places you can put them for sale, Facebook groups, Board Game Geek listings, all sorts of different places. Get rid of them so you've got a bit more of a budget to buy some new games. If you have a very restricted budget to buy new games, trawl the charity shops. Okay, you'll probably find a copy of Seen It and Trivial Pursuit from 1979 and, a copy of Monopoly in almost every charity shop. But you'll also find some hidden gems, and usually they're very, very reasonable. So you can develop your collection by being a bit savvy and checking those charity shops regularly. If you haven't yet come across print and play games, Google it now. Put in PNP or print and play, and you will find a load of games that are available for you to either buy for a very low cost or to download for free. Now, some print and play games like Mini Town on my website, on the Dark Imp website, get it now if you haven't got it already, are free, and and you can just print it out and play it straight away, because Mini Town is a roll and write game. There's no putting things together. There's no kind of constructing cards or anything, or boards. Some print and play games need you to then spend some time making up decks of cards, attaching things to cardboard, or making your own boards. But you can get print and play games like Mini Town that are really quick. Download them, print them out, and play 5 minutes later. Never underestimate the power of just a deck of cards. There are so many different games you can play with a deck of cards, and probably, if you're anything like me, when you get out the cards, you probably play one or two family favourites. But if you're stuck in a little bit of a playing card rut, do a Google search, find some more, experiment a bit, grab a book of card games you can play, and just have a flick, have a read, try things out. There are lots of different really excellent games that just require one deck of standard playing cards. And finally, there are so many games out there, so many new games that come to market every single year that you cannot play everything. Even if you get really excited and really into the hobby, you see all this new stuff that you want to play, there is no way, not even if you're a professional board game reviewer, that you can play everything. So just don't worry about it. Don't try. Do not try to play everything. Know that when you see some games, you're never going to get to play them. That's just the way it is. Focus on the ones you can get your hands on, that aren't going to be too expensive, the ones that you can borrow from other people, the ones that you can download for free, and you can manage your budget much more carefully.